25K. 25K stream. Let's get it. We'll do some coding, but let everyone roll in real quick. We're gonna do these at every milestone just for fun. I'll be streaming, answering questions, doing coding questions. Paul, what's good? You're up late anyways, man. Nice to see you though. Yo, Paul, have you seen this yet? Yo, JN, what's good? Damn, you're crazy. Let's see. Amazon recruiter reached out about opportunities. Should you take it? Yeah, you could take it. If you did 180 questions, you should be good to get a Amazon job, honestly. Just do all the Amazon tag. Yeah, just do all the Amazon tag. Yeah, if you don't want to work there, just do it for the experience. Like, just try it out and learn and see. Just do the interview, and then see where you're at when it comes to LeetCode, because their process is pretty standard. So it's good to go through that process and learn. Paul, you can pass any interview based on what I've seen. Okay, with ads. Could run some code. I feel like your explanations weren't even that bad, honestly. Why do you think that your explanations were bad? Yeah, that part, maybe, yeah. Let's see. Let me update the name of this. We're gonna do some LeetCode. Let's see. How does this work? Yeah, probably. Yeah. There's always room for improvement. I give you a higher A pretty much, so I feel like you're good. Like, most of the time you just need to be able to get the question. If you can get the answer, even if you explained it kind of bad, I still think it's fine. The only time I'll fail someone on interview if they literally did not pass the question. How does this work? Won't people think you're cheating if you can't explain it? I think you try to explain it. For me, I understood your explanation. We'll watch the tape back over on Sunday and see what others think as well. We gotta review the footage. Thoughts on interview coder? Yo, that guy's going viral right now. I think, like, no real thoughts on it. He built a product that... Yeah. Yo, Paul, set it up, and then let's do a coding interview. I don't know if I want to be seen using that thing. Like, even downloading it, I might get in trouble. Okay, what is this big tech interview challenge? We've selected interview questions from top. Aaron, what's good? Twilio's a great company, honestly. I like Twilio. I would accept that if that's your only offer too. Twilio's a great company. You learn a lot about APIs. They have a really nice API, and I read their tech blogs once, and their tech blogs are really good. It seems like you'll learn a lot from that company. I would take it. If you have an offer there, that's a really good offer. Damn, everyone's getting some crazy offers right now. Aaron, are you based in the US? Five days a week? Yeah, don't I wouldn't want to work 5 days in the office. Not gonna lie, I rejected my Amazon offer. Fumbled to open it. Damn, that's crazy. You even got it. Like even to land a job or an interview at OpenAI is sick. No, you shouldn't quit. You shouldn't quit CS. If you can land a interview at OpenAI, you can probably land it at any other job. Well, don't quit. Where else is everyone interviewing at? Sebastian, what was the process like for that? See what these questions are like. Rank teams by votes. Interesting. This a medium or easy? Haven't done this yet. Spiral matrix. Reorganize a string. Oh no way! You failed the behavioral. Paul, yeah, that's crazy. What was your I mean, I looked at your resume. Your resume is pretty good. Did you? What was your applying strategy like? Sebastian, send over your resume. Let's take a look. Anonymize it and stuff. Send it. Sebastian, you part of the Discord? Also, Sebastian, where do you currently work right now? Yeah, share the goodness. Group anagrams, classic. What's sophomore like? Third year? Second year. Damn. Second year. Bloomberg. Pretty cool. Pretty good. Pretty good. Damn, y'all are going crazy. Sebastian, do you go to like a top CS school or something? So you go to a Mexican school? That's crazy. Are they hiring you in Mexico? Yeah, send over your resume. Let's see let's see how you got those jobs. That's crazy. Those are really good jobs. Or really good like job interviews. After this, like, I'm just finishing my coffee, then we're gonna grind some lead code. We'll do a bunch of stuff. Yo, right Q, what's up? Appreciate it. Yo, right Q, appreciate it. I'm gonna run it up. Yeah, anonymize it real quick. Song. I think you should still grind LeetCode. For sure. Because if the... Honestly, I've never used interview coder before. Let's see. Undetectable as a 321. Yeah, Song, what if they just invite you in person? I actually don't know. I haven't used it before. Yeah, what if they invite you on person? In person. Bruh, I don't know why people are so against learning how to LeetCode. Just LeetCode for like 2 months and you'll be good. What do y'all think? Do y'all think, like, how long does it take to get good at LeetCode on average, you think? 3 months or no? Yeah, like, for me, why don't you just grind LeetCode and actually get good at it? Molan, what's up? What's up, what's up? Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't cheat, but I don't know. Yeah, it's true. Take homes are annoying. I hated those too. They were doing those even when I was applying back in 2018. I I hate OAs as well. Okay. Let's look at this list. I already know how to do most of these. There's a few here that I've never done yet, like rank teams by vote, reorganize string. Yo, thanks for watching, man. Thanks for watching. Moland, what company do you work in right now? And where are you at in your journey? Are you new grad, etc.? Oh, this is a cool question. I had to do this in an interview once for an AI company. Design SQL. Let's see if it's the same. It might be slightly different. But I think this is interesting. Let me try this out. Then we'll do like some of these other ones. I'll do all the ones that I haven't done. Nice. Oh really? You got the same design one? That's so crazy. Is it hard? I'll try it out in a bit. I think I got this for Scale AI, the same question, but let me try it. Let me finish my coffee, then we'll get right into it. Or no, I'll just read it right now. Everyone, is it a good size or should I zoom it in? Okay, I see. So you're given string arrays names and columns, both of size n. The I table, yo, I haven't leak coded in a while, so I'm gonna be rusty. See, when's the last time I hit a question? The last time I hit a question was 11 days ago. That's actually, damn, I haven't leak coded in so long. I need to make sure I'm leak coding more often. That's like my biggest break in a while. How often do y'all leak code? You got this, man. You got this. Nice. Yo, Mod's in the building. Mod, how come you're not out? It's a beautiful day out here. So you're given two string arrays, names and columns, both of size n. The I table is represented by the name I, okay? And contains columns I under a column. You need to implement a class that supports the following operations. Insert a row in a specific table with an ID assigned with an auto increment method, where the ID of the first inserted row is 1 and the ID of each new row inserted into the same table is 1 greater, okay? Remove a row from a specific table. Okay. Select a specific cell from any table and return its value. Sure. Export all rows from any table in CSV format. Okay. So we initiate it with names and columns where each... Okay, let me just take some notes. Yeah, Faint. Hit me up. I'm pretty active on there. I try to be. I had a rough week, so I didn't really get to. And I was last week I was in Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. So I was in Chicago. St. Patrick's Day in Chicago is crazy. If y'all have been to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day before, let me know how it was, cause that was a good time. Who here celebrates St. Patrick's Day? Take some notes here quick. Yeah, Chicago's nice. Let's see. So we're create end tables. Where at, Faint? Where are you based? Nice, Aaron. Oh, Faint, like, where was the party though? Was it in the South Bay or in SF? I do full stack dev. I see. What was so crazy about it? I didn't know they had crazy parties out there. Are you still in school? What year are you in? Okay, insert into a row. Oh wow, that's crazy. You partying in yeah, I graduated. Yeah. You did leak code in high school? And you're raving already in high school? You're advanced. Okay. Fane, how'd you come across my channel? Oh, nice, nice. Fane, like, what's your goal? Where do you want to work and stuff? Yeah, get ahead, get ahead. It's like I'm opening up the... Guy's a legend. Thanks, Mod. Thanks, Mod. Appreciate it. That $2 going right back to you. Let's see. Resumes here. You love math and coding? Then get into comp sci. Okay, Meta AI. Yo, do you work in Mexico too, or you work in the US? And OpenAI has Mexican offices too? Damn, you like math like that is crazy. That's cool though. That's cool how you already know you like that. Yo, Alex, what's up? Bob, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks for hopping on. Four 4.0. This is crazy. Okay. Meta AI worked on the seamless multimodal model at FAIR, Facebook AI Research, as part of the MLH fellowships. Wow, this is pretty cool. Working at Meta AI. Did some research. Nah, it's good stuff. Good work. The formatting is a bit off. That's the only thing I'll say. I think you could reduce some of the spacing here, and it's not really centered. Oh no, you blocked out your last name. Like, yo, Alex, good job, man. Good job. You're killing it. And good job on getting to the meta on-site. Bro. It's all good. I won't post this as a separate video. Someone will have to dig through the stream to find this. We're already like 30 minutes in. Oh, they asked you the game of life? I've seen that problem before. You can do like, I feel like you can just run like a math equation to figure this out. What does it want you to do? I don't even know what the optimal is. Okay, everyone check out this question. Everyone check out this question. Yeah, Sebastian, it's a really good resume. Thanks for sharing to the chat and to all the subs and everyone on Discord. I know people appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna work on these LeetCode questions now. Everyone, take a quick look. Take a quick look. I need to brush my teeth right quick because I had to drink my coffee, and then we're gonna grind some questions. We're gonna do a bunch of questions today. Give me a sec. Let's run some questions. Oh, really? Oh, you floss every meal? Okay, I'll chill out. Okay, what is this question? Where's my water? I do like very, very basic floss. Or brush my teeth very lightly. Okay, we're designing SQL here. How do you do this? Okay, we have insert, where we insert a row into a table, remove. If name is not, select, returns the value of the cell at a specific row ID and column ID in the name. Returns the rows present in the table, name. Okay, let's look at example. So create two tables. Yeah, go try it. We have three tables, 1, 2, and 3. And this has columns. Oh, 2 is the number of columns. Wait. Okay. Adds a row to the table 2 with ID 1. Okay. Yeah, get into a target uni for sure. That'll help you out. Returns the value third from the third column. We select the row ID. Select the name, the row ID, and the column ID. Okay. I think all we need to do is like we store a hash map of tables. Table 1. Table 2. Like we store a hash map of tables, and to make it super object oriented, we can create like hash maps of table. This is table name, and then we'll have like another table class. So these are gonna be like table objects. Within the table, maybe we'll have like, since we're using auto incrementing ID, we have like an auto incrementing ID starting at 1. Then within the table, we can be like calls equals like we instantiate the number of columns, and then rows could just equal. We can make rows like a hash map, so when we could just delete stuff out of it. Rows 2 rows. Okay, let me read this real quick again. So we can create n tables, insert a row into the table, and return true. Okay, if the row length doesn't, or the name, okay, return false. Remove the row ID from table. If the name is not there, or there's no row, okay. Returns the value of the cell at the provided row ID and column, okay. Okay, that all makes sense. Returns null. What is this here? Export. Returns the rows present in the table. If the name is, return the row, if the name is not a valid, return each row. Return entry array. Each row is represented as a string with each cell value, including the row ID, separated. Okay, that makes sense. Rows could probably be like row ID to a list. Yeah, we could break it down like this. Let's do something like that. Let's create a new class called table, and we can do self. What did we say we're storing? Let me bring this up to the top. We're gonna be storing our the number of calls, and we're gonna do I do a good amount. I touch it a bit. I don't go that crazy. Return ID. But yeah, you definitely need to know SQL. I don't know anyone who doesn't do SQL. Yeah. Alpha had to do that, a little bit of that as work, but usually there's like product reasons to do that. So if the product is just working really slow, then you optimize the SQL queries. If they just told me to optimize the SQL queries and there's no product impact, I'll be bored. But it's nice to see like optimizing a SQL query and then the whole site is working faster. I've seen that before and it's pretty fun. Self.rows. We'll use a hash map for rows here. We'll say like calls self.calls equals calls right here. Okay. Now what are we gonna do? What we're gonna do is we're gonna do self.tables. We'll do a list like this for self.tables. That's crazy. Like a staff software engineer or staff data. Are you still doing data or are you doing SWE again? For index table name. Or we'll go like this. I see. Column count. We're gonna use this zip. I haven't used this zip in a while, but that's how we can zip up like two columns together or two arrays together, and we'll do self.tables, and then we'll say table name. Let's just store the table name. No, we don't need this table name here. But we'll say for each table, we're going to instantiate a table and then pass in the column count. That will instantiate all the tables. And now let's insert. Let's create this. Yeah, I haven't touched zip in a minute. Insert self. Okay, how do we do the insert? Name row. If the length of row is not equal to self.calls, then we return false without inserting. And then we're doing auto incrementing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do self.rows. We're gonna self.current ID is equal to that row, and then let's just return true to keep it consistent. And then we need to increment the current ID. Now let's implement remove. Name, row ID. We don't even need name here. Okay. Yeah, we don't even need the name here. Don't even need the name here. But we'll say is if name is not, or there's no row with row ID, no removal is performed. So what I'll do is if row ID is not in self.rows, so return false. Otherwise, we're gonna delete it out of that table. Self delete dot row ID, like that. If name is not, let me time myself. Select returns the value of a cell at a specific row ID and column ID. If name is not valid table or the cell is invalid, return null. Okay, let's implement that here as well. Self row ID, column ID. Yeah, each table does have its current ID. I abstracted it away. So we're creating a bunch of different tables. So each table will have its current ID. I think that's how it works, yeah. because we have yeah, we encapsulated the tables in its own class here. So what we'll do is if the column ID is actually greater than the length, or greater than or equal to self.calls, return false. Otherwise, I mean, like, if the row ID is not in self.rows, return false. Else return, wait, when we insert if, otherwise return self.rows, row ID, and then the column ID. And then eventually we're going to implement this one. Where did you do the export? Removes. It doesn't even say what the export is going to look like. Okay. Let's do select. Okay. Now let's do the last function called export. It's a lot of code. Okay, insert. Okay, what's insert? Okay, let me do export real quick. Returns the row. Okay, returns a string array. Okay. I see. For see. Okay, you just hit dot keys. So what we'll do is for row ID, in self.rows dot keys, what we're gonna do is result dot append okay. What we do, format the string, put in the row ID, and then also do we're gonna join by more commas. Join by more commas. Oh shoot, like this. Join by more commas. What we're gonna do is self.rows dot row ID, and then eventually just return the result. Wow, there's a lot of code. Hopefully that all works. Okay, let's talk about the insert. Insert rows into the table. Insert rows into the table name and returns true. Okay. We can just straight up do if name is not in self.tables, return false. Else return, what we're gonna do is self.tables. We're going to grab the table name, and we're going to try to insert into the table the row. Yeah. Remove will do the same thing. If the name is not a valid table, yeah. What's the name of the function? Insert. Remove. Removes the row ID from the table name. If the name is not valid or there is no row with ID, okay. Name, row ID. Select. Okay, let's just do a quick test case. Let's just do a quick test case. Let's see if this even runs. Okay, with the export. Doesn't look like that's valid. Doesn't look like it's valid. Bad indent block, okay. Okay, let's do select now. If name is not a valid table, return null. Select, yeah, we'll just return null here as well. Let me create a string for that. Null equals null. Create a constant to make things easier. Then we'll do self.tables, the name dot select, and then we'll grab the row ID and the column ID. Then lastly, oh, we gotta do these checks on each one, which is annoying. If the name is not in, return empty list, otherwise select. Row ID is not defined. Oh, you just straight up do this. Yeah. Everything wrong. Okay, let's look at this. So we start with in SQL. We insert 2 to 2. Then we select 2 at index 1. We return null. When we should have returned, yo Nat, what's up? Yo Nat, what's good? Happy birthday, man. Thanks for tuning in. it should return third because two, index 1 and 3. Okay, let's see. Yo, thanks for watching. Watch me do some lead code. Let's see, print self dot rows. Let's see what they're. Let's see what's happening here. Fodoodle. Let's see what you're saying. I have a phone screen next Tuesday for an associate cloud. Honestly, I've never heard of that position, so I don't know what they're gonna ask. I would search it up on LeetCode. Look up just search it up on Glassdoor and stuff. I only really focus on Sweet roles, so I actually don't know. But if you find out, let me know, because I have no idea. Oh, the columns are one indexed? Wait. Row ID 1. Column ID 3. First, adds a row to table 2 with ID 1, first, second, third. Returns the value third from the third column. Why did it dip out? If insert select or guess I have to minus 1. It's kind of weird. Got all the cases. Nice. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, let's see what the most optimal solution. Yeah, Fodoodle, where are you based? I've never actually heard of that position before. But if you want to study LeetCode, I can look it up for you real quick if you want. Let me look. Does this show that I did it? No. Never heard of that before. Let me look at it. Or hit the discuss right here. Career. Contest career. Yo, they changed this up hard. Cloud Associate Consultant. Are you in tech, Fodoodle? Never heard of that position before. Yo, Fodoodle, just like look it up here. I've never heard that position before. Why don't you just go for like a CS, like a regular CS role or something? Yeah, Fodoodle, why don't you just go for a regular CS role instead of that role? It seems a bit random. It seems like it's not what you studied. What about like do a solutions architect or something? Yo, Xavier, appreciate it. Yeah, I got more. If y'all really like that mock interview stuff. Jan, you got asked this? I just finished it up. I think I got optimal. Let's see what the solution is. Okay. I think I just use a bunch of hash maps. Yeah, I think solutions architect is the best for what you're trying to do. Damn, they just did it like that, huh? Okay. Okay, how did they do export? Yo, they didn't even implement export. Okay, whatever. Not a bad question. What do y'all think about my solution for using a hash map of hash maps? Like where tables like more hash maps. That way if you delete a row, it's not taking up any space. Because what you can do is build like a big one like this as well. So here, you just like, I don't know, you could just play around with the settings right here. Play around with the settings right here. Okay, Jan, send it. Oh, I seen that question. Meta does OAs? Oh, I never seen this question. Let's see. Yo, for this question, can we just like convert it to a date time, or what did they say you can or can't do? Can we just convert this to a date time or what? Yeah, so here, try up here. Like maybe you can play with the settings. Cause there's a couple options I can do here, right? Convert. Okay, then I'll be like, is February the only? How do you know a month only has how many days? Let's see. Because Feb has 28 days usually, right? But like, when is leap year? When is leap year? And then like, which dates have 31 and which have 30? These are my... I would clarify this with the interviewer. Okay. Any multiple... Okay. So what we can do is I think all we need to do is this. Yeah. Yo, JN, do they let you clarify that? Does it matter? Yo, yeah, MIT. But like, are you allowed to Google it or ask questions? Because I think this is what we need. This is what we can do. What we can do is like figure out the number of years between two dates. What we can do is figure out the number of years between two dates. Pretend. Wait, where put on 2 days? Wait, why is this day before? Okay. What we can do is like sort them lexicographically, but pretend, or like make date one the earlier date and make date like and the second date, date two, the date in the future, and then we just kind of need to subtract them. So if we do date one like this, then we'll do like we'll flip this. What we can do is yeah, but Paul, they don't let you do that, he said clearly. Let's see what he says. Only string operations. Yeah, we have to do it manually. So what we can do is like figure out, we can create a function called dates in a year, or days in a year, right? And we can give a year, and depending if it's a leap year or something, we'll return like we can do return days in a year. Like 365, what is it? 365 if it's divisible by, or 360 how many days are in a leap year? Like 364? Like one, or sorry, 366, one extra day? Normal is like 365. And then we could do days in current year, right? Or days since the current time. Days since current date, where we pass in like a date, and it'll tell you how many days in the year has it passed. So pretend we pass in like 2022. Pretend we call days for current date on like 2022. We should output like 15 or something like that, right? If we call days of current date like this, date of 2019 like that, we should return pretty much like 365, right? Depending on if it's a leap year or not. So what we can do is we can take like current year, let me think about it. I think if we just know the months, because we have 3 options here. Loop through years, and then like loop through months. So we can go like 2019, 629. How many days are left in that year? And kind of loop from like 1 month to the next. Or like literally loop from month to month. We only have like 130 here. So the worst case is you go through like 12 times 131 months. But that's still kind of constant. So maybe we can just loop month by month. And then we need to figure out which months have 31. And then which years are like leap year. What's a leap year again? It's like 2 extra days or 1 day? Okay. Oh, it just has an extra 49 day. Yeah. Okay. Where is this? Days. Okay, let's take this down. Let's start implementing a little bit. Let's pretend we have like a num days, right? Num days, we'll do like January has 31. Let's see. And the rest have like the rest has 28 or what? Oh no, every day has 30 except for February. Days in a month. Okay, some have 30 and some have 31, yeah. Like this is stuff I'll clarify with the... And if my interviewer doesn't want to give me the answer, then they're just testing the most random stuff ever. March. January, February, March. Or sorry, I go like this. What's the trick? 0 1. Okay, month 3. Yo, Pablo, nice to see you. You ready for that Google interview? Let's do another session at some point. January is 31. February is 28. January. February, March, April's 30, May's 31, June is 30, July is 31, August is 31, September is 30, October is 31. November is 30. Bruh. What is this? Okay. January, February, March. Okay, what's a technique with your thumb? With your hand. Yo, chat, let me know if this is correct. I'm lazy. Just let me know if this is correct. So maybe what I can do is like loop through the different months. So if I start, so what we'll do is like if date 1 is actually greater than date 2, then we're gonna switch them. I see, I see. If the date 1 is greater, then we'll do date 2. We're gonna switch these like this. Right. Then we're gonna pretty much loop through the different months. So we're gonna do let's say date 1 year, month, date, month, year, month, date. We'll do day 1 dot split. Then we'll do the same thing with date 2. So now what we're gonna do is like for year in range of date 1 year to date 2 year plus 1. Convert these into an int. Yeah, you're right. So we loop for each year, and now we just need to count the number of dates. We need to subtract this number from here, or it's inclusive one day. Let's see. Okay, this one's a bit tricky. Okay, let's do 1231. So this already has Okay, let's figure out this first case. 29,629 is lower. Let's see. Let's do, because we need to do 2019. Okay, let me think. Now this question is actually tricky. Okay, we need to grab the first. Let's see. Equals. Let's do an easy case. Let's do something like 2020. Given the dates. Yeah, we could just convert it to days. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that. No, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to loop through each of the days. But let's see. If we're given, because yeah, we could convert it into one of the days. We can be like number of days since 1971. Or we can just like check out the number of days. We can just figure out the number of days between two of the dates. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like, I mean, we could do that. Yeah, we can convert to days. We can convert to days. We'd be like, convert to days. Self. We're just given a specific date. Like, we can do the same thing. I tried it and met. That's fiasco? I don't. What do you mean? Yeah, there's multiple ways to do this. Yeah, the leap years is trippy. So what we can do is like, let's just loop through all the different months, and we could optimize this later. But we can do date dot split here. For year in, let's say we start at 1971. And then we go all the way up until like the current year. Well, and then we're gonna go like for month in, you start at month 1. You start at month, or for month in range, you start at month 1 and you go till 13 plus 1. Or sorry, we'll go if or number of months, or we'll say num months equals if the number of months, if we'll int date month if the current year is equal to the date year, else we're gonna go all the way till 13. That will calculate how much months. Now let's figure out how many days. Be like, is current year and month true if the year and now let me just do this. That's ugly, but let's go date year right here. Date month. If the year is equal, if the current year is equal to the date year, we use like, yep, we go through that number of months. Else, we have to loop through all the months of the year. And then, like, yeah. But then if the current year and month is the same, pretend we're actually like on the 6th. We need to do some extra subtraction. If the year equals the end, if the year and the month Like, we'll do extra subtraction. So what we're going to do is we're going to return the number of days here. What we're going to do is, like, let's just assume that it's like the 31st. What we're going to do is, how do we capture the number of months in the year? We're going to pass in, we're going to say def is leap. Yo, Shabash, thank you. Appreciate it. You're a legend. If return Shabazz is a legend. Thank you. Appreciate it. Are you streaming tonight too? We'll say num days equals, we're going to do this is the most code I've had to write for an easy question in a while. Shabazz, wait till I can donate on your stream. I'm gonna donate every time too. What a number of days. What am I doing here? Num days equals, the num days of the month is equal to num days of that specific month. If self dot is leap, and we'll pass in the year, and the month is equal to February, then we'll just num days minus equal 1. Right? Total days. If is the current year and month, if is the current year and month, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the number of days and we're gonna minus equal actually how many days have passed. And then we'll do total days plus equal num days, something like that. Hopefully, if that works, what we're gonna do is, like, we're gonna date 1 days self dot convert to days date 2 days equals self dot convert to days again here, date 2. We'll do return date 2 minus date 1. See what that returns. -1. What's going on? Wait. Let's do a quick test case. Let's do (1972) 0101. So here should be like 365. 395. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. It's adding one extra day. I mean, it's showing it. There's a bit. It's kind of fun. Not gonna lie. Should do 65. I added one extra day. 365. Yeah. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Did you pass it? Dang. Is this meta tag though? Let's see. Topics, companies. Dang, it's not even meta tagged. Dude, I'm getting clapped by it right now. Okay, added an extra date. 1972. Oh, it's not adding the last day. 1972. Date since 1972. Date since 1972. Okay, why is it adding one more date? Okay. Okay, wait. That's crazy that they're asking you this. Honestly, yeah, this is a kind of hard one. Especially, is this a OA? $364. Should be $365. I'm missing one day. I'm missing one day here. January, February, March, April, May, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, oh wait. January, March, May, July, August. Mod 100 too? Now I'm wondering why this returned 365. This should return. Dude, this question's annoying. Okay, let me use the restroom quick. Somebody debug this code real quick. Give me a sec. Let's see. Okay, how'd for question 2 I got test. Okay, working. This should have swapped it around. Let's do a simple case. Let's do. Say it just passed 15 days. What the heck? Okay. What if we do it's like February? What if we do it's like February 15? Yo, Fane, what's up? 46, 31. Yeah, this question is crazy. Oh, this one got right, finally. Now this one's off by a couple days. Okay, those 2 days worked. Bruh. Fane, you got this, man. Just keep applying. I'm off by 20 days. Oh, wait. If it's a leap year... Oh no, we have to add one if it's a leap year. What am I saying? Oh my god, we're so close. We're off by one again. Yo, JN, we're so close. We have one more test case. One test case failed. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Appreciate it. What's happening? Should we just go like that? Okay, what's going on here? 19. Okay, it should flip these. 1991. Okay. Is... Yo, thank you. Appreciate it. Let me GPT when are the leap years. Oh my god. But not divisible by 100 but not 400. If the not 400 doesn't even make sense. Okay. What the heck? Okay, let's just code that logic. That's so dumb. Let's do this. Okay. Let me add that, Paul. Now this case broke. Oh, it's probably getting 2,000. Okay. Let's get that case right there. Maybe not. It's like if year are divisible by 100. It's if divisible. If the year mod 100 is equal to 0 and not if holy crap. Let's go. That was like so inefficient though. I wonder if we can simplify it and just go like between the two dates. Let's see. Nah, whatever. Like if we start from the current date, like we can probably simplify it, but nah. Okay, let's see how easy the solution is. Yo, where's that guy that asked me this question? Is he still here? Okay, I got you. Oh, I already solved this? Okay, let me think about it from scratch. Wait, let me reply to some people. How's everyone doing though? Just grinding out questions. Let's see. What do I got dropping tomorrow? I got Alpha Code dropping, the Alpha Code vid dropping tomorrow. Georgia Tech Masters, which is Paul. Got a lot of bangers. I'm gonna shoot some more videos this weekend too. Let's see what's everyone saying. Yeah, I'll try out this question. Give me a sec. Damn, living off. Yeah, Jollibee slaps. One of my friends moved to the Philippines. Yo, anyone know how to solve this question? Let me think. One sec. Yo, it's all just practice, honestly. But let me think about that question. Let me just send this off. Okay. Holy crap. Gianni, like, what's your background? So, given a string S, return the number of unique palindrome. Gianni, the first thing I do is when I read the question, I just try to work it out through my head. Then I try to brute force it, I guess. Then I try to come up with, or I think about like the first thing that comes to my head, and if it's slow, then I try to optimize it. But once you start learning patterns and stuff, not really, Ben. Honestly, I've done a lot of system design interviews and I've passed a lot of them, and I've never actually had to do back of the envelope estimations. But I've gotten senior roles. If you do, you have to do basic ones like how much memory, stuff like that. Let's see. So you're given a unique, return the number of unique palindromes of length 3 that are of subsequence S. Note that if there are multiple ways to obtain the same sequence, it is still only counted once. A subsequence of a string is a new string generated from the original string with some characters. Can be none. So what do we have here? We can gather ABA. We can gather AAA. We can gather ACA. Yeah, we could probably do, like, see. So what are these ones? Yeah, pretty much like for each character. Wait. It needs to be unique, right? Okay, return the number of unique palindromes of length 3. Note that even if there are multiple ways to obtain the same subsequence, it is still only counted once. If there's multiple, okay. So like ABA only count that once. Even on the same pivot. Like if we had like A, maybe we'll only count like AA. ABA, ACA. I think this would only count 3. Yo, JN, it's all good. What's up? I answered the question. There's one really trippy part about it. I didn't know about this part. This is my code. Like, it's working. I'll send you my submission. It's annoying. Paul, it was for his meta interview. Let me send you the submission. I didn't know that either, literally. So basically like 2000 should be a leap year, but 2100 shouldn't be a leap year. Like, yeah. It's a lot of code, man. It's a lot of code. Let's see. What question was I working on? I don't know if it's the hardest easy, but it's like not. It's just a lot of code. Like try the greatest common divisor of like 2. There's this one like this one's kind of hard. $640. Yeah, so what we can do is like we can just do a prefix sum. We can do a prefix sum and a suffix sum. Prefix sum will tell us like what elements we have to our left, and then the suffix will tell us elements we have to our right. And then for each one, what we're gonna do is like if I'll just code this up. So what we're gonna do is like we're gonna create a prefix sum and a suffix sum. The prefix sum is going to tell us what characters we have to our left we've seen. And then for the right, we're going to see like what characters to the right we've seen. Right. So what that's going to be is going to be like we can create a set of we can create the prefix sum. The prefix sum is like this, where we have like a set, like we have sets of the different characters we've seen to our left, and then the same thing with characters we've seen to our right. and then we just like do a second pass, like a third pass where we go like A. Like we just like for each pivot, we see like we check like we loop through like A to Z, and see if like there's at least one character of A to the left or one character of A to the right, and if there is, we like increment the number of palindromic subsequence, something like that. Does that make sense, Pablo? Or who asked this? Who asked? Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what I would do. You want me to implement that or what? Let's see. Let me think of how we would do that optimally. Because what we can do is like... Yeah. I see. Like brute force would be just like do 2 pointers, like at each pivot, like build a left and a right, search for A going this way, search with right, search for A going another way, and just do that for like B and C. But like, yeah, you can cache it. Let me just implement that real quick to practice. Let's do... We'll do for prefix palindromes. We'll do suffix palindromes as well. Is this a common technique for generating string problems? What do you mean? Candy Crush. Have I solved this? Nice, okay. Yeah, prefix sum and suffix sum are like very, very common questions. Can you just use a stack for this or no? Okay, what's the rule? So he started 45 minutes. He started with an introduction, some prior experience for about 10 minutes. Write a function to crush candy in one-dimensional board. In a candy crushing game, groups of like items are removed from the board. In this problem, any sequence of 3 or more like items should be removed, and any items adjacent to that sequence should now be considered adjacent to each other. Could you build a stack and like, let's see. What if you build like just build a stack like this, like A1. Pablo Bear, thank you. increment. Like pop this. Pretend like you had like A, B, A. Would this pop though? A, B. Then like we get to B 3. Pop this. Go to A. Yeah. Something like that, right? Would that work? Let's see. Yeah. And then like finally output it at the end. Like afterwards, output based on like when you go to output, then you just have like different logic where you like go through the stack and then you print out the element for the number of like indexes. I think that would work. That's a good question. Nice. Did you get it? Yo, what do you all think about this? One sec. Yo, you got this, man. What? Yo, I'm making a video on. Let's see. Where is this? So I'm making a video on the top 6 patterns for coding interviews, and I think the 2 patterns are like 2 pointers, sliding window, modified binary search, backtracking, like graph traversal, or like DFS. And like a BFS. What do y'all think about that? Is that a good one? Damn, I need to figure out what I'm eating for dinner soon. This is Excalidraw. I think these are the 6-2 patterns that are top 6 patterns, or like the most common ones that I've seen. I would put BFS, DFS. Yeah, I thought of that, but they're kind of separate. Yeah. Prefix sum is common, but I've never actually. I don't remember the last time I had to do that in an interview. Mostly just random LeetCode questions. Does backtracking include dynamic programming? No. And I'm gonna make another video called top. What should I expect from my backend interview questions? Probably like Node.js or something. Like build like an API. Faint. I thought you were in high school. They're already teaching you that? Crazy. That's crazy. You're doing DSA in high school? Find. Topological sort is pretty common. Topological sort, union find. Yeah, union find is for collecting components. I wonder if prefix trees should be in, like, the top 5 advanced. Let me think. Trying to think about this a bit. I've been asked Dijkstra's a lot. Topological sort is really useful. Yeah, prefix tree is like a try. In-depth DP? Sure. It's hard to teach that. Yeah, topological sort will only work on a DAG. Yo, you're cracked for a high school student. No way you're still in high school. What's LCS? What's LCS? I don't know if that's a longest. I don't know. I'm talking about patterns. Longest common subsequence is a specific problem. Yeah, like that's low. LCS is DP. Nah, I've never had to use prims for sure. I've never really even had to use union find, but I know it can be helpful for some questions. So I'm just trying to think. I've never had to use MST in a problem as well. Or like in an interview. But like definitely like using heaps. I think heaps in general. Dijkstra's kind of use heaps. I've never had to use those. What about stacks? I don't know. Stacks aren't that advanced, I don't think. But there's like some heap questions that are advanced. But is heaps a pattern? Let me see. Yeah, like yeah, heaps are good. Heaps are good. Or like we definitely. Dijkstra's is one of the most important ones for sure. With the graph problems, topological sort, prefix trees, dynamic programming. Yeah, exactly. Maybe like prefix sums. Those are pretty. Prefix sums are pretty common. June was good. Yeah, prefix sums. Dijkstra's. I don't know what else. Like, 2 pointers, fast and slow pointers, sliding window. Did they already include that? Yeah, sliding window. That's a merge in place. Heaps. Subsets. Cyclic sort is cool, but I've never really had to do that. Bitwise manipulation. Richard, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thanks also for coming on to the stream and doing questions. My black shirt's tweaking. What's LT? Yeah, prefix sums come up a lot. I would say yeah, prefix sum is like one of the top advanced. It's not really advanced, but it comes out. That's really important. Dijkstra's topological sort, prefix trees. I've seen prefix trees in different questions for sure. What's SCC? Oh, okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna do videos on this. I just need to script it. I need to figure out a good way to do these 2 pointers. Yeah, okay, I'll drop a bunch of these. How many videos is this? Like 1. What school are you gonna go to? 3. Well, like 6. I mean, like, I'm being dumb. This is 11. 11 new vids. Cause I'll do one for. I'll do a video for like showing the top 6 advanced. And then I'll like actually show them. I just need examples for each of these. For 2 pointers. Yeah, I'm gonna drop videos on all of these G-Fix 2 pointers. What else am I gonna do? I need to plan out my day a bit. Let me see. I have vanilla. Yo, Faint, I'll run. Well, I'll run coding interview on you. What else am I doing today? High school student aces meta onsite. That'd be crazy. Let's see. What's LT? What's LT? What are your guys? I don't know what the acronym is. Oh, LeetCode? I don't know, just for fun. Vanilla Ice, you don't like LeetCode, huh? Ah, it's crazy. What's Meta's way? Low-key fun when you... What's Meta's way? Just spam questions? Or like two questions in a span of like 40 minutes? Yeah, Meta just spams LeetCode tag questions, so it makes it pretty predictable. But they'll just spam like you just have to do all of the... You kind of have to do all of the questions. Yeah, Amazon just spams LC as well. Like all those ones are just straight spamming LC. Let me see. Let me check the weather. What's the weather saying? Yeah, I seen that faint. Let's see. What's the weather tomorrow? Oh, that's a bit. Do I think companies... Well, the one way companies can do it is like literally just invite you on site and then see how you could do it. And I think it's... I haven't really thought of how I can catch someone cheating, but I feel like I can. I can like... I can probably still figure out how good they are without actually like if someone's cheating, I'll be able to ask follow-ups and then see. Yeah, Paul, let's actually run that. But the thing is, Paul, it doesn't make sense for you because you're already good. Like you'll be able to cheat it easy. Oh no, the problem is if somebody's good and they're cheating at the same time. Yeah. Well, like if well, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like for me, right? If I'm doing a lead code question and I get like a small hint, that's all I need in order to figure out like the answer. So I think if in a live interview context, if the thing only gave me like a small hint, like oh, this could be solved using greedy or this could be solved using dynamic programming, and then like maybe like like a little bit more context, I can like fake the whole interview. I wouldn't want it to write out literally everything because then I'll just get confused. Yeah, yeah, onsite used to work like that, and I had to no I have to do I've had to interview candidates on site, but these days they don't even use a whiteboard. Literally, they come to the office, we go to like a meeting room, and they do it. We like I watch them do it on their computer. Arjun, I graduated. I'm it's like my fourth year out outside of school. What else? What else we got? Paul, like companies are going back on site, honestly. That's what I've seen. Never miss a tax. I like going on site. How would you have done college differently if you could go back? I wouldn't do it differently. I had a good college. I had a good college run. I don't think I'd really do it differently. I had a good college run. I see. Yo, Paul, you should have used Jake's resume template earlier. Or I don't know which template, which one you use. Let's see. Yo, thanks. Can you write that? Where can we use sliding window? Where we can use 2 pointers? Yeah. I'll mention that. I'll mention that in that video. My boys messaging me. Thoughts on what? Okay. What is this? Ooh, Japanese food. Yeah, I'm down for some Japanese food for sure. Let's get it. What's overleaf? Oh no, I use overleaf. What am I saying? Overleaf is so nice for like quickly building or like using LaTeX. When I had to do all my research papers, I literally just use overleaf. I never had to like actually download LaTeX. How long has this been streamed? Been 2 hours now. Jan, thoughts on what? Oh, okay. Let me check the Discord real quick. Where did you post it? Yeah, I do resume reviews. Hop on the stream. If you want me to or hop it or drop it in the channel. Okay, wait. I'm gonna tell my friend let's eat at 9:30. Okay. 9:30, I'm hopping off this, boys. And then I'll stream tomorrow. I need to do some preparation. Let me build like... Okay, let me look at this. Is it a graph? Bro, I don't like these flow graphs. This is way too much thinking. I feel like just do enough questions where this is in your head. But let me look at it. Is it a graph? Yes. Is it a tree? If it's a tree, do a DFS. No. Is the problem related to acyclic graphs? Why would... If the problem is related to acyclic graph, why do I need to use top sort? I don't get why that makes sense. Yeah. That's already like off a bit. Like why do... Which DSA? But why would... If it's an acyclic graph... Ayush, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, but there's other acyclic graph questions when you don't need to do any kind of sort. Like there's other graph questions that are like an acyclic graph. Like a regular DAG and you don't have to use top sort. Okay, let's keep going. Is the problem related to shortest path? Do I have an example? No, I don't have an example, so maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Is the problem related to shortest path? Yes. Is the graph weighted? Okay, I like this part. This is how I think as well. Does the problem involve connectivity, disjoint set? Okay. Does the problem have small constraints? I don't get this last part. Like, I don't agree with that. Overall, it's kind of good. Kind of good. Kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense right here. But like, why would I just go straight to BFS if it has small constraints? Need to solve for the kth largest? Yes, use heaper sorting. Involves linked lists. Use 2 pointers. Why would I use 2 point? I guess, yeah. Kind of makes sense. Small bounds. Small constraint bounds. Yes. Is brute force. What is it? Small constraint bounds. Yes. Is the brute force fast enough? Okay. Deals with sums or additive, yes. About subarrays or substring sliding window, yes. Max min. Bro, this thing is way too much. Okay, calculating max min of something, monotonic condition, binary search. Where? Yeah, I wouldn't follow this. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these flowcharts. Because I wouldn't... You don't want to waste time thinking like, can I use it? or most of the time I identify the pattern faster than that. Or I try to identify the patterns based on like, okay, is it a graph problem? Is it an array problem? Is it a linked list problem? Okay, let me plan out my day for tomorrow. I have a couple things. Yeah, I don't think anyone who's good at leak code thinks in this far. Farzan, you're correct. I agree. With John and emails, I don't know. I just automatically thought that that was a graph problem in my head when I first did that question, because you're trying to find like connected components. You're trying to find emails that are related to each other. I wouldn't use this flowchart honestly, but I would just like, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of useful, but I'm not a big fan of it honestly. I wouldn't really think of it like that. I don't think it's a good way to do leak code questions when you try to like just pattern match it. Okay, let me plan out my date. Let me plan out, cuz I have like, I'm definitely going to be streaming tomorrow. Everyone hop on the stream tomorrow. I'm definitely streaming again tomorrow. But I'm going to be, I'll probably stream in the morning. We'll see. Let me figure out some time, but I'm going to be doing like alpha code front end focus interview with alpha code. Front end let me see. He was telling me what his interview is going to be like. Yeah, Alex, I'll put something in your calendar. Let me figure out when I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll probably go to the gym in the mornings to free up my afternoon. Let me see. Yo, Alex, you wanna call? Yo, Alex, let's just talk while I'm at the gym. Let me call you when I'm at the gym, cause I think that's the most efficient for me tomorrow, cause it's gonna be a busy day. I might have to like call you while walking to the gym or something. What do you want to talk about again? Or just message me and I'll find some time. Let's see. Let me just see when I'm gonna work out. But I have, me and Alpha Code have to do. Let me see what Alpha was saying. He's messaging me on the chat. Yo, Caesar, what's up? Yo, JN, hop in tomorrow. Could run this again tomorrow. I'll do more we'll do more coding. Let's see. I'm gonna do some stuff with. Let me hit up AC. But I need to. Let me see this. What am I doing here? I need to plan out my day because I'm gonna help some guy out. I'm gonna help Alpha Code out with practicing his interviews. Let's see. He wants to. He wants to do like a front end UI. I have no idea what that is, and then like a front end system design. Gotta help him out with that. Yeah, I'll figure some stuff out. Yeah, I don't even know what he means by that. Let's see. He said he wants to practice like this or stuff related. One front end UI and one front end system design. Front end system design. I don't even know. Okay, I'll figure out this. Front end UI focused. Yo, you ask. What was the question? Farzan, what was the question? Okay, plan out my day. Implement autocomplete. It's a front end? Okay, I like that. I like that. I see. Yeah, a lot of the front end UI focus. What about like maybe I'll like implement Minesweepers or something? Implement Wordle. Because he said UI focused. So I need to test like his React skills probably. Let's see. Let's see. I dropped my resume in Discord. Okay, I'll check out your resume. Let me just front end focus UI, front end system design. I'm gonna have a chat with Alex tomorrow. And probably like, what else? Because he's doing like a meta on-site interview. He wanted to ask me some questions on that. Probably like workout and stuff. Workout. What am I gonna do? Like leg day? Let me see what my friend's saying. leg day. Might eat. I don't know. What else do I need to do? I need to do my vid on top 6 coding patterns. I'm gonna do vid on top 6 coding patterns. Vid on Yo, Farzan, what do you think about these coding patterns, right? Like, what do you think? What do you think about these? So for lead code or for just regular coding interviews, 2-pointer sliding window, modified binary search, backtracking, DFS, BFS, and then I think that should get you through a lot of coding interviews. I think. And then you can do like, yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think this one will be interesting. Prefix sum does come out a lot in these. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll do this in the morning. In the afternoon, I'll do a bit of this. Yeah. Then maybe like eat. Midday. Maybe like stream at night. Something like that. Something chill. Yeah, hopefully that captures everything. What are y'all up to this weekend? What's everyone in the chat up to this weekend? Anyone got interviews that they're studying for? Okay, let's check some resumes. Yeah, you're Farzan, you're probably like optimal person for those small startups. Okay, be as harsh as possible. Okay, let's look at this guy's resume. Yo, Richard, yeah, we can do that this weekend. Let me message you. Okay, education at the front, experience after. I think you need to break it up into sections a bit better. Wait, who's GNA? This is yours? You need to break these up into sections a bit better. Like, I can't even see, like, when education starts and when like, it looks like a whole big blob of text. That's why I like the ones with, like, horizontal lines here. Richard, it's all good, man. GNA, like, do something, like, use this template. This template is way better. Like, where you have the lines. Like, this looks so weird. Or where there's no lines. Why'd you remove the lines? Or just, like, tripped out when you export the PDF. I see. Okay. Let me just, like, look at your actual work experience. Yeah, sure, I'll send it. install tracking pixels on the company's Shopify website using Google Tag Manager. Okay, I think that's a solid bullet point, but it could be better if it had more. It was more results oriented. Implemented the Trillion Jewelry SDK to integrate 3D viewing and augmented reality. Yo, good night, man. Yeah, let me check. Your friend is messaging me. Let me reply. Yeah, Farzan, I'm messaging your friend. Yo, GNA, like, you should... do, what's it called? You should... Let's see, do, what's it called? Look up Google how to write a resume. Let me shut this down.
Here's another example.
Yo, GNA, you should format your points like this. Accomplish X as measured by Y by doing Z. As measured by Y by doing Z. What that means for your resume? Yo, good night, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for hopping in. We'll do more of these. GNA, what that means in your resume is like move your accomplishment more to the left, or like, or further, or like right away in the bullet point. Be like, increase online sales by 20% by implementing a Trillion Jewelry SDK and integrating 3D viewing and augmented reality technology, right? So that way, because the rationale for that is like you want all your accomplishments like at the start, because when people read bullet points, they're probably gonna stop reading it like halfway through. They'll probably read like the first part and then they'll like get bored, and then yeah, they'll pretty much get bored, and then they'll like they might not read the results. So you want your bullet points to be super results oriented. So move all your results to the left. So if I were to read your resume from top to bottom to the left, I'll just see all results. I'll be like, oh, they increased sales by 20%. They did like, I don't know. The other ones are less results oriented. So I would just try to format my bullet points like this video made by Google. Does that make sense, GNA? So I think first do that, then come back with your resume and let me know, and then show me how it looks. Like, you don't have enough results here. You need it more results oriented. Bro, I just bought my QA engineer internship technical. They asked me to reverse a linked list in TypeScript or C#. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy how they force you into a specific language to do it. But yo, thanks everyone for hopping on my 25K stream. I appreciate everyone here. Send me more resumes. I'll stream again tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for everyone for supporting the channel. Literally, it's been growing so fast, and couldn't do it without y'all watching and y'all hopping on, and literally all y'all, like Paul specifically, like even jumping on a few videos. I have a few videos that are going crazy with Paul in it. And on Sunday, Paul's gonna be doing an interview, or I have how you went from 16K to 25K. I've been in the last probably like week or 10 days. I've been getting around like 700 new subscribers a day. That's why it's been going up so fast. I'm low key trying to get up to like 1,000 subs a day. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I think my like this content right here might pop off. But what's really popping off my channel is those like mock interviews with candidates, and the ones when I do coding interviews too, like the ones where it's like senior software engineer takes on a Microsoft one. That's really working. But I'm gonna do videos on these patterns. Hopefully that pops off. I'm just gonna try different video ideas, honestly, and just keep dropping one video a day. I like your uploads of doing the no hires to hires for the mocks. Yeah. I'm gonna do more like crazy sessions where I'll do like 10 hours of mock interviews, or 10 hours of coding interviews, 10 hours of system design, 10 hours of behavioral, like crazy ones like that. But yeah, thanks everyone for supporting my channel. I'll literally see y'all in the next video. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Shout out to everyone who've been supporting. We're gonna keep doing these. Hopefully it's helpful for everyone. Hopefully everyone's learning some stuff. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for hopping on. Peace.